Well, good evening. I have an apology to make. I am in the process of losing my voice, so I'm going to be a bit croaky tonight. I'm terribly sorry. Can't do a lot about it. It's a Thursday, and I've whizzed up to the coast because I'm not on shift until late tomorrow afternoon. And it's been glorious sunshine all the way up. And I thought, oh, not much cloud, but sunshine. And there's a nice bank of cloud on the horizon. I thought, oh, lovely, we're going to get some of that beautiful misty pastel colours. Got my boots out the back of the car, got out of the car and thought, where's it gone? Now there was a sea fret supposed to be coming in at about 9 o'clock. Well, it is 5 to 8. Look, all the light's gone. It's like, are you having a laugh? Really? I'm gobsmacked. I'm going to cry. I was so looking forward to coming here. But I'm still going to have a go and see what I can come up with. The tide is coming in. High tide is, I think it's about 10:15 or 10 o'clock. Yeah, about 10 o'clock. And sunset is, when is sunset? 10 to 9. So I thought that'll work perfect. I'll get a nice incoming tide, some nice wave motion coming in. Perfect. It happens, as they say. So I'm going to take a wander down onto the beach and see if anything I do is going to work. It's most definitely going to be mono, that's for sure. Hey ho, you can't have it all, can you? I'll catch up with you when I'm down there. What can you do when your boots let water in, as the saying goes? I'm not driving for nearly 2 hours to get somewhere to go. This is rubbish. So I'm going to stick it out. Blue sky is beginning to come back up there, but the sea fret is coming in still quite heavy down that end and down that end. So it's a waiting game. Let's see what happens. I'd set up on an obvious composition down there and somebody came and started talking to me. So I paddled off down here and I've come across these little stanchions, groins, whatever you like to call them, and I'm just trying to get my camera to behave itself. I think the filters are steaming up, so I'll be back in a second. I'm going to clean them. That's better. Excuse the croaking. It wasn't misted up or steamed up. There was moisture on the polarizer, which is on the front, from the sea fret that's coming in. I didn't realise how bad it was. I'm thinking, this is bizarre. I can't get my long exposures to work. So I've set up again for this shot. Hold on a minute. I just want to check that last image. Yeah, that's something like. The ambient light is dropping all the time. So it's a case of take a shot, see if you like it, increase the shutter speed for the next one. Now, talking about making lemonade when life gives you lemons, what this sea fret has done is it's removed the need for virtually any Photoshop on that horizon. It's done its own job. There is virtually no horizon there whatsoever. Fantastic, that's a plus. Less time in front of the computer. See, you've got to pull the positive. Right, let me show you what I'm up to. Yeah, I think that's okay. Sorry, I'm just fiddling. Yes, right, let me turn you around, 2 secs. Here we go. So I'm down very, very low, and I'm looking at these 2, 4 tops of the groins, and they're very, very low to the ground, as you can see. Well sunken. And I just thought, well, that's quite nice, quite like that. And then we've got these white pebbles showing through, which I wasn't certain of to start with, but it's going to be a mono image, most definitely. So I think those will just add a little bit of pop in the foreground. I've got a 0.6 grad on, because although we have, let me turn you around, I like talking to the back of the camera, because although we have a sea fret, the sky is still lighter than the water. So I've got a 0.6 grad, I've got the 0.6 Leon 0.6, the 6-stop filter and the polarizer, and I'm getting about 20-25 seconds, and I think that'll work quite nicely. Hopefully it's a square crop, excuse me, and secondly as mono. But I was really looking forward to some pastel coloured sunset, and I keep thinking I can see blue sky. I'm not going to despair. I'm going to hold on till the end, see if it happens, because it might do, you just never know. I'm going to wander back down to my first composition and show you what we were doing there. Catch up with you in a minute. Well, we're having fun and games tonight, boys and girls. That sea mist is bringing in a tremendous amount of moisture. I'm having to clean the polarizer about every second shot, but I can't feel any moisture in the air. It's most bizarre. They just do that, don't they? When I arrived, the tide was quite a way out, and I got a couple of images from here showing a huge amount of these stanchions, groins, and those beautiful vibrant green moss on them, because we did have a little bit of light. But as I say, the light's gone, and wishful thinking it may be, it's not coming back. The tide has come in considerably, and as I say, we're going for mono. So I have changed excuse me, I have changed the camera settings so that I am shooting in mono, and I'm just fiddling because I'm not quite happy with that composition. I've changed the settings to mono, probably end up square crops. I've taken the 6-stop off, there's absolutely no need for it now. I have still kept this 0.6 grad on because the sky is still a little bit lighter than the sea. And because I'm shooting in mono, it's letting me see how the image will look when it's on the PC, which is fabulous. It's exactly what I wanted. I can tell whether it's going to work or not. I'm at f18 because I've taken the 6-stop off. With the 6-stop on, I was getting 30 seconds, and it just wasn't doing it for me. With f18 and no 6-stop on, I am at 6 seconds. Excuse me a second. Oh dear, I'm in the right state, aren't I? I'm doing this image portrait orientation, and it literally is just the groins going out beautifully, and at the end we have the obligatory red marker pole with a red cage on, and the resident seagull who's just decided to perch there. There's lots of other places he could perch, but no, he wants to go on my marker pole. Very inconsiderate of him. And these little, oh, hello, we held up, there we go. These little stanchions are quite nice for sitting on. They're beautifully weathered, and you can see where they used to have some sort of railing go between them, because they've got metal front and back. And I'm just going to sit here and shoot a few frames, because in between talking to you and setting the camera up and looking for compositions, it's really nice just to sit and listen to the waves. And I think that's part of what I enjoy about seascape photography. You can just switch off, even on a night like this where it's miserable as sin, and absorb the waves, absorb the calmness. It's wonderful, it really is. But I have, I think, done this to death. I've got 3 or 4 images. Yeah, that's fine. I'm going to raise the camera up. I'm going to zoom further in. There's actually a big row of white pebbles around here, and I'm thinking I might see how that works in mono with them in the foreground. I wasn't certain about them, but I think I'm going to have a go. Let's see. No, you've got to be in it to win it, as they say. Now, before the light disappears altogether, I'm going to try and show you the bit that I was on about with the little the little white rocks. Just let me turn you around a second. You may just be able to see, let's turn you down, this row of rocks here. Well, I've been positioning the camera here. Now, with the image where I was down low, I managed to get the rocks, the right-hand side bottom corner of the image leading in, and then obviously you have the 2 sets of stanchions leading out to the marker at the end. When I've moved back, because the tide was coming in, I've had to go wider, excuse me, and it doesn't work quite so well. So I am going to try one portrait image and see if that works, and then end up square cropping it. I am liking being able to do mono on the camera itself, so that I can actually see what it looks like when I get it home. Normally I'm fairly good at visualizing these things, but every now and then, brain fart, doesn't work. So this was great. So yeah, that's it. We're at about 10 to 9. There's still a little bit of blue sky up there, but this lot isn't going anywhere. So I'm going to call it a day. Quite like the few images I've got. Hopefully, by the next time I see you, I won't have this big and sore throat. Although some might say it's a blessing in disguise. So anyway, hope you ladies and gents have a great week, and I will catch you next Sunday. Bye for now.